yeah, savoir, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, Speaker rejects opposition petition as opposition walks out of Parliament. And 24% EFL shares still available.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Teva Lendua.
Speaker of Parliament Ratu Epeli dismissed an opposition petition this morning on the basis that it did not meet the requirements. The petition, submitted by opposition MP William Ngavoka, called for a review by the Standing Committee on Natural Resources on the proposed mining project at the Singatoka River.
It is my ruling that regardless of the issue of contention, this petition cannot be tabled in Parliament. As in each instance, it seeks action which is not within the powers of Parliament to take.
The Speaker also further elaborated on the requirements needed for petitions to be appropriately considered.
Again, I remind honourable members that the use of petitions in Parliament for such a purpose is fundamentally and legally flawed, and ignores the fact that by written law, Parliament has given the authority to the relevant officer to make the decision.
Meanwhile, opposition leader Sitibeni Rambuka says walking out of Parliament this morning was the honourable thing to do. The SODELPA leader says they are unhappy with the Speaker's decision made against MP William Ngavoka's petition. Rambuka says they will not be returning to Parliament until they have written to the Speaker.
We are going to be writing to the Speaker for clarification on that point and our stand on the extra points he made during the ruling. There's not much more that we can say at this time. We exercised our right to present our views, and if we were not happy with the ruling, the honourable thing to do is to walk out of the chamber.
National Federation Party leader Biman Prasad says they are in support of the walkout.
Walkout of Parliament is a way to show our disappointment, and that's an acceptable way to do that.
We will return, but not today, until we have written to the Speaker.
24% of Energy Fiji Limited's shares are available in the market for interested buyers. Responding to a question by opposition leader Sitiveni Rambuka, Said Kayum said transparent process was followed to ensure the best people buy shares. He says the majority of shares are retained by government, while FNPF bought 20%.
44% of the shares were up for divestment in EFL. 51% to be maintained by the Fijian government, or retained by the Fijian government, I should say. 5%, as the members of this parliament would know, we had decided as a policy measure to give as shares ex gratia, in other words free, to all domestic account holders in Fiji. So every single person in Fiji that has a Energy Fiji Limited domestic account, 24%, Mr. Speaker, sir, is up in the market, and again, local companies and others can of course apply from that. Thank you.
The Ministry for Justice has processed over 20,400 applications since the launch of the Parenthood Assistance Payment Scheme. Speaking in Parliament, Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Kayum said as of January, government has disbursed a total of $20.4 million to parents who have registered their children. Said Kayum says the scheme has been very convenient for new mothers.
The ability for the mother to be able to sit in the hospital bed and to be able to send the application through the app that's there is proven to be actually very useful. And it becomes a one-stop shop. They don't have to go running around, etc. And they just go once, they get the registration done, they get the birth certificate. If they do it through the phone, it's completely free, and they get the account opened within with the bank itself, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Role of the Department of National Trade Measurement and Standard is to facilitate fair trade and ensure customers are not cheated when buying a particular product. Minister for Industry and Trade Pramila Kumar, during the question and answer session in Parliament last night, said the department ensures the volume and weight of any product matches with the description on the labels.
DNTMS is to facilitate fair trade by ensuring use of accurate weighing and measuring equipments. This is done to protect consumers who can be easily cheated or tricked into buying underweighed or undermeasured items. Not just consumers, but also retailers who buy goods from the manufacturers. They can also be tricked into buying underweighed or undermeasured items.
Foreign Affairs Minister Ines Serratu says they are working on inviting Tonga's Foreign Minister to hold discussions on the dispute over the Minerva Reef. The Minerva Reef is located to the south of Fiji and Tonga. Serratu says both countries hold different opinions of what the reefs are, as Tonga believes it is an island, while Fiji believes it is a submerged reef. He says the Tongan minister was invited for discussions in November last year. However, that did not eventuate.
It's very, very critical now for us to register our baselines and all our claims because of the rising sea level. Because maybe, who knows, in the next few years, some of these baselines will be underwater again. And this is why we need to quicken the process.
The plan to evacuate New Zealanders from a cruise ship bogged down with coronavirus is starting to take shape. Details of the Australian-led rescue mission from Japan was revealed by the New Zealand Prime Minister this morning. It comes as 99 new cases were confirmed on board the Diamond Princess overnight. Coming up, new touch rugby leadership. And Tonga Rugby League expelled by World Body. Stay with us.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Touch Federation Fiji President Tevita Mao is confident of leading the organization for the next 4 years. Mao already has a few plans to take the federation to new heights. The sport has made progress under outgoing President Chosua Satavu in hosting international meets and participating at the 2019 Samoa Pacific Games.
Going forward, I think there's a few areas that we want to focus going forward, and a lot of it left to be in the area of development, developing in terms of our players, development in terms of our officials, which are the referees and the managers, and ultimately in the next 4 years we want to be the #1 touch nation in the Pacific.
The International Rugby League Board has expelled Tonga from the sport's governing body. This is the latest move in a long-running battle over governance, money and a threatened player boycott. Germany have won the first men's tournament of the inaugural HSBC World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series in Chile after beating Hong Kong 10-0 in a hard-fought final. The 16 competing teams will now move on to Montevideo, Uruguay, where they will play in the second round of the series this weekend. The winner of this Challenger Series will earn promotion to the World Sevens Series 2021, which currently features 10 men's and 8 women's tournaments. Down and almost out after a heavy loss last weekend, the Highlanders have worked a near miracle, coming back to Canberra to claim a Super Rugby win. The new-look Highlanders shocked the Brumbies in the very last play of the games. Some showers were experienced in the main centres this morning. It will be mostly fine, but there is a chance of some showers again late this afternoon. Forecast for tomorrow is much the same weather. And that is your FBC News now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.
Bula FM number 2 and seri.